justice and love. These are two pillars of our society, and this is the problem that we are faced with in an issue of should Achilles have rejoined the Trojan War. You see, Achilles was a man who understood the emphasis of justice and love, and we should too. And this is why he should have came back into the world, because he valued these two core things, and these are our proofs. Because he valued justice and because Achilles valued love, he should have came back into the war.
Jackson, are you a man who values justice?
I am.
Okay. Would you say that it is a particularly just thing? Let's say if a woman, in this circumstance called Helen, was stolen by a man, let's say his name is Paris, would you say that is, that's okay, that's just, you'd be like cool with that?
Yeah.
No!
Oh, right. No, that's breaking justice. That's the whole point.
Great. Okay. No,
absolutely not. This is why we value justice. And this is exactly what would happen if there's not a value on justice. You see, the pillars of society would crumble and they would fall. You see, stealing is wrong, especially
your wife.
Exactly.
Sir. Okay, since we have established that it is unjust. For someone to steal your wife, what would you do in reaction to such a
Well, justice should be reinstituted in these instances, right? We got to reestablish justice.
Yes. And?
There'd probably be some sort of like retaliation, there would be an opposite reaction. If someone took from
Every
me,
action has an equal opposite reaction.
Justice has to be served.
It needs to be served.
Right.
I mean, if nobody serves it, who is going to serve it?
Right, exactly. And then the pillars of justice will
fall. Okay. Now let's say your best friend has just been brutally slaughtered in battle. What would be your reaction to that?
Just, passively stand on the side. Absolutely not. We cannot just passively stand on the side in the midst of heartbreak and in the midst of pain. We have to deliver justice to those who are guilty so that they understand that all of our choices have consequences.
So you would say that love demonstrates itself through actions.
Yes.
Not just words.
No.
Okay. And so besides justice, not only for, his friend and his, Achilles' friend's wife, I guess it would be, we also have the love that he should have for his community.
Correct.
And Achilles as a person someone who's in leadership, he should be taking care of his community. If you were in leadership, what would you do for your community in such a circumstance?
I would lay down my life for my community. As a leader, we need to be selfless. We need to be sacrificial. We need to put the needs of others above the needs of ourselves.
Exactly. So this would not only be a selfless act, it would be a loving act, and it would be just.
Correct.
Oh, okay, you should probably conclude.
Okay. So, in conclusion, justice and love. These, as we said, are the pillars of society. And what happens when these aren't valued? What happens when we just stand on the side while someone's wife is taken? What happens when we just stand on the side when our friend is ruthlessly murdered? These pillars begin to crumble. The structural beams of the house of society begin to fall. The walls begin to implode. And society, as we know it, will fall in on itself. Now, this might seem like an exaggeration, but slow compromises in justice, slow redefining of what it actually means to love someone through selflessness and sacrifice will cause society to flip on its head in such a negative way. This is why Achilles should have rejoined the war.